You ever have this strange feeling, uh, just like this thought that pops into your head? I think that happened to me today, and it was actually today as I was at the bank. I was at the bank trying to withdraw cash from the ATM, and ironically, oddly enough, the woman standing at the ATM was just randomly standing there. She wasn't doing anything. And honestly, I think what she was actually doing was she was waiting for some form of code or digital access code to use her mobile phone to access the ATM without a card. But nonetheless, I got kind of tired of standing there waiting for her. I didn't want to really approach her. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just leave her alone. And ended up walking to the drive through ATM to make my withdrawal there. But then it got me thinking about the future, about cash, about digital dollars, and being on this pseudo Biden coin, and the whole Fed Now program being initiated and rolling out in July, applications being accepted in just a few days, and the implementation of a central bank digital currency, a CBDC, right around the corner. So, yeah, kind of strange, kind of odd, but additionally, I'm doing my research to bring you guys more videos, more information, more updates, and I come across this. And this is, get this set up right. This is Fox News or Fox News, I believe, releasing information from the Pentagon of a video of a fighter jet that has shot down or shooting down UFOs over Alaska being classified and won't be released, according to the Pentagon. Now, that's kind of odd. It's kind of strange. What do you guys think? How do y'all feel about UFOs and possible alien life forms and other intelligent beings besides just us? Which, granted, this is a loose term here because not all of us are really considered intelligent beings, but we're splitting hairs now. Simple fact of the matter is that this classified engagement, testing, research, exploration, Space Force, the list goes on, isn't cheap. The Hill says that, $10 billion, $10 billion investment. $10 billion is not the cap. And you all know that based on what the projections and estimates are for any government project are always, but those budgets are blown. And really and truly, this is a drop in the bucket in comparison to all the money that's been sent to, let's just say, Ukraine, which is never ending and almost a blank checkbook for them to use at their disposal. Crazy times. Meanwhile, people here, American citizens and taxpayers, get no reprieve, no relief, no support, no aid. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Mississippi, Ohio, Kentucky. Who's next? And they're not really trying to hide it either. Former FBI agent exposes the truth of the UFO invasion. So what does this have to do with the bank? What does this have to do with my money? What does it have to do with your money? Bank of America, Bloomberg, actually, cash is a compelling alternative to stocks. Is what Bank of America says. But I think that it goes deeper than that. I think it goes further than that in how they are planning on gaining control, gaining access to this to potentially offset and fund these extravagant government spending forays, with the Pentagon refusing to release footage of 3 UFOs shot down over Alaska by U.S. fighter jets, Sidewinder missiles, despite admitting that images of the wreckage exist. Okay. Now, this is odd. This is very strange and peculiar, especially when we take into consideration how the refusal to hand over the images is in stark contrast to the speedy release of a photo taken by an Air Force pilot of an alleged Chinese spy balloon shot down off the East Coast at the same time as the UFOs. The Pentagon was also quick to release a video of a Russian jet colliding with a U.S. drone flying over the Black Sea last on March 14th. You guys may recall G.I. Justin did a video about that. Great breakdown on that. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. But what are they really doing? What is happening? What do we not know besides what they're telling us, which we should all be slightly worried about? Payment service, according to Fortune Crypto, payment service, as you can see, Fed Chair Jerome Powell here getting his podium mic set up so he can announce just how bad he's going to pants down, bend over, f the rest of America. But payment service could mean for a digital dollar or what it could mean for a digital dollar and stable coins. As we know, cryptocurrency is on the chopping block. XRP, SEC rulings, Bitcoin, BTC, Binance, Coinbase. Big plans, big pushes. Politicians are quietly preparing for a digital dollar, and it's not good for your freedom. Legislation is being pushed in all 50 states to ease the implementation of a digital dollar, and it's going to show up literally overnight. It's going to like, boom, there it is. Bank accounts wiped out, CBDC in effect, executive order. The scary Fed idea to turn your dollars into a digital power grab. Digital dollars could let the Fed monitor or even control how you spend your money. And we've seen how well this could work out in other countries like, I don't know, Nigeria.
Queues outside petrol stations and outside banks. Residents of Lagos wait for hours to get cash or fuel, but neither are guaranteed. Ahead of the elections, Nigeria's economy is facing two major crises. The first, a cash shortage sparked by the replacement of paper notes with newly redesigned ones as the nation hopes to curb money laundering. In spite of a January 31st deadline, banks don't have enough new currency to swap for the old notes which residents are handing in. A crisis.
As the deadline looms, tempers run high at the banks and at makeshift currency swap centers too. With only a few days left, Maimuna Sabiu traveled 30 kilometers to swap her old Naira notes before they cease to be legal tender. She also wants cash to buy her family's basic needs as businesses have started rejecting the old notes.
No one wants to take the old notes. We too don't want to risk it. We are stuck with them and can neither buy nor sell.
Chop with your leg gently, Bele. Oh yeah, now go now. Make una dey fast. This kind of thing have to be fast. Okay. You don't need to be slow.
As they reject their CBDCs, but also in the process, pretty much have the government take over and limit any possible chance of having any access to any money, while blatantly in front of these people giving their money away to elites, executives, lawmakers, politicians. Meanwhile, extraordinary evidence requires extraordinary funding. So they're not going to be doing this for free. They're not going to be doing this cheaply either, inexpensively. They're going to be doing this at extreme high costs. And those costs are going to be the new burden of us, you and I, taxpayers, American citizens who are going to see their bank accounts, potentially their private bank accounts and their ability and options to choose, slowly start to be taken over by a central bank digital currency after they have introduced so much panic, so much fear, and further add fuel to the fire with Jerome Powell raising interest rates yet again, only to fast track, speed up the process and implementation of this tracking, tracing, and taxing CBDC, central bank digital currency, likely to be in effect before you know it, with one key component, two actually, their ability to set expiration dates on your savings, on your money, on your funds, as well as negative interest rates, which would then, in my opinion, could potentially see us not only to a point in time where we're no longer going to ATMs and having the ability to withdraw cash, or even having cash holding any weight in our monetary and financial fiduciary economy, not just this country, worldwide, but also now all of our money, all of our hard-earned dollars that we work for, these digital dollars now, these ones and zeros, locked up and in full control by these central banks, would then be able to be directly rerouted back to the government to fund these extraordinarily expensive exploration missions and other philanthropic endeavors to send billions and billions of dollars to other countries. You're welcome. They'll just take it. They'll just take it. They won't even say thank you. If you want, you can just say you're welcome, because they'll have access and ability at the push of a button to take your money through their central bank, run and controlled by the government, which in my opinion isn't making the best decisions and is potentially misleading us, potentially possibly even lying to us about a lot of these things that are going on. But for what reason? What main reason? And that is actually a topic for discussion tomorrow. So please subscribe, stay tuned. I've got a lot of information that I want to bring to you, especially with a few recent statements made by Donald J. Trump, former president, possible future second-term president, 2024, Donald J. Trump, and what he had to say about the current situation that we're in as a country, the global conflicts, the part that we play in the middle of it, and potentially how he could put an end to it if elected, and even before he was inaugurated and takes office.
I'll give you an example. When I said I could fix this war in Ukraine in 24 hours, but you can only do it from the presidential seat. You can't do it. Let's say he sent me over as an emissary. You can't do it. You have to be in that position.
You have to be the guy.
I would fix that within 24 hours. And if I win, before I get into the office, I will have that war settled. 100% sure. Mm-hmm. And everything I said has turned out to be right. You know, it has turned out to be right.
Why?
Because I think our country is dead. We're a failing nation, and I think we're going to fail completely. We're a nation in decline. I use the term. It's a horrible term.
You guys stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Please be safe. Be kind to one another. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.